Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Charles here from the CG Sports Podcast, and today I'm dropping a quick video for you guys on one of the biggest trade targets this offseason, which is of course Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson. Now, of course, from the picture you guys can see the tweet. It says that Russell Wilson has told the Seahawks he wants to play in Seattle, but if he was to get traded, the only teams he wants to go to are the Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. This was stated by his agent Mark Rogers. So just in this video, I want to talk to you guys about each team individually, what kind of package they would have to create to bring in Russell Wilson, and how each team would benefit him and how they would use him. Alright, boys, so of course our first team, as you guys saw, is the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Dallas Cowboys really do have a good chance of getting Russell Wilson. They're one of his top 4 teams, of course, and I think they have a really good package they can make for him. Of course, we don't really know how their situation is with Dak Prescott. If he comes back as good as ever, we know obviously they're going to stick with him, but they might make a trade before we even find out, and that's what's risky for Seattle, is that if they do decide to make this trade, they're taking in Dak Prescott, who they don't know if he's going to come back the same way. But I think the ideal package would be, of course, the Cowboys receiving Russell Wilson, and the Seattle Seahawks will receive Dak Prescott, Michael Gallup, a 2021 second-round pick, and a 2022 first-round pick. Now, I think this trade definitely helps out the Seahawks because although they're not going to get a quarterback of Russell Wilson's caliber, they will still get a pretty solid quarterback in Dak Prescott, and they bring in another young, speedy receiver in Michael Gallup. And, of course, 2 future picks is always super helpful. So this trade definitely makes sense to me. It's just a matter of if Seattle is going to want to risk bringing in Dak Prescott, not knowing if he's going to come back as his former self. Now, the next team we got is going to be the New Orleans Saints. Now, the Saints do have a pretty good package that they could create to bring in Russell Wilson. The only problem is that they're in heavy debt when it comes to cap space, so I don't know if they'd be able to make up the room to pick him up. And if they do, they're going to have to give up a lot, which is why this trade package is a little uneven. So their ideal package would be the Saints receive QB Russell Wilson, a 2022 4th-rounder, and a 2023 5th-rounder. And the Seahawks are going to get the quarterback Taysom Hill, their offensive tackle Ryan Ramczyk, their defensive end Cameron Jordan, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2022 first-round pick, and a 2022 second-rounder. Now, this definitely works for the Seahawks. You're bringing in a new quarterback. Obviously, he's kind of similar to Russell Wilson, the fact that he's mobile, but everything else not really. Bringing in an all-pro offensive tackle, an all-pro defensive end, and 2 years worth of first-round picks, so this definitely makes sense for the Seahawks. But for the Saints, I don't think it really makes sense. You're so far in cap debt, you might as well just hit the reset button and just kind of try and reset the franchise. But if they do want to make this trade, it would make for a phenomenal offensive trio of Russell Wilson, Alvin Kamara, and Michael Thomas. Alright, boys, so the next team we've got is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Raiders, I think, probably have the best chance of any team. They, of course, have a really young team with a lot of talent. Of course, Josh Jacobs has really shown out. Tyrell Williams is still really solid in the league. And their offensive line is great, which I'm sure is a huge positive for bringing in Russell Wilson. Now, I think the package they would have to do is the Raiders would be receiving Russell Wilson and a 2022 3rd-round pick. And the Seahawks would be receiving the Raiders' former quarterback Derek Carr, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2022 first-round pick, and a 2022 second-rounder. Now, I feel like this really works for both teams. Derek Carr is still a solid quarterback in this league. He's a solid veteran, and he has decent mobility. I think Seattle, if they do have to trade him, he would be a solid replacement. And, of course, for the Raiders, they're bringing in a mobile quarterback and a guy who could really lead the team a lot better than Carr was able to. So I think this trade really does work for both sides. Alright, so our final team is, of course, the Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago Bears are another team that I feel that the team surrounding them definitely fits for Russell Wilson. So let's look at what their package would be. So the package would be the Bears receiving quarterback Russell Wilson and a 2022 4th-round pick. And the Seahawks will be receiving quarterback Nick Foles, tight end Jimmy Graham, defensive tackle Akeem Hicks, a 2021 first-round pick, a 2022 first-round pick, and a 2023 first-round pick. Now, I like this trade for both teams. For For the Bears, of course, they're bringing in Russell Wilson. It will be way better than Nick Foles or Mitch Trubisky, who surprisingly, they're not going to trade Mitch Trubisky in this package. He will still be on the roster, so in case Russell Wilson gets hurt, they will still have Trubisky. But I think for the Seahawks, picking up Jimmy Graham is definitely solid. Akeem Hicks will be a great addition to their D-line. But I don't think Nick Foles is going to do what Russell Wilson did. But the good thing about Nick Foles is that with him, he can be traded separately. They get 3 future first-round picks. They can use those and Nick Foles to grab an even better quarterback. So we'll see how they pan out that trade, because if they did take this trade, they're definitely setting themselves up for success by being able to make another package with those 3 future firsts. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Follow all my socials in the description. And I'm out. Peace.